What's good, people? Welcome to my MLB The Show 20 Philadelphia Phillies rebuild. The Phils went 81-81 last year in Bryce Harper's first year, which sucks. But we're going to fix our weak spots best we can to compete with the big dogs of the NL. And hopefully don't ruin my best prospects. Alright, let's get it. Phil's got that big three, you can say. Harper's 27, Nola's 26, Realmuto's 29 with a nice supporting cast. We got a stud backup catcher, Davey Grullon, who has a B potential. So if JT wants to get saucy in them contract negotiations, I'll just have a picture of old boy somewhere in the negotiating room. If not, he's going to be my DH down the line. Our starting pitching, if we don't make the playoffs, will be the reason our ship sinks. It's basically Nola, Wheeler, and friends. Area there's 34, C potential, and a 75. There's literally no reason to start him. Just gotta hope his ERA isn't 6 or something until Howard is ready. Eflin and Velasquez, I also gotta hope give me something, but they're young, so they could hang around if they do. I'm not hoping Pavetta is some secret stud like people in real life do, so he's stuck in the minors. But we do have some pitching prospects in the minors with Howard, Romero, and Medina coming up through the ranks. Reese needs to come correct. I don't want to see second half Reese all season. No, hit homers and a 400 on base. All right, buddy? Please don't ruin him. Please don't ruin him. Please don't ruin him. I'm going to move Kingery to second, Segura will play third till Bohm is ready, and Scott will take over for Didi eventually. Our outfield situation is trash. Kutch is 65 years old, Bryce of course has right field, and our center fielders are a bunch of guys where our former #1 pick is a 60 overall. Nice. Alright, here's the lineup version 1.0. I'm playing with DH in both leagues, so only these lineups matter. Kutch leadoff, Realmuto second, Bryce and Hoskins 3 and 4. I might flip that. I might even put Reese second later in the year. Then Didi, Segura, Nick Williams, I'm giving him the start, and Harrison in the 9-hole. Super Bowl! So the Phillies up 14 and 17. Kutch is actually out here dominating over 308 home runs. Kingery is batting 340. So I moved him into the 2-hole and replaced Realmuto, who's hitting under 200. Harper is hitting 325, 7 home runs. Reese has 5 bombs. So things are good offensively. Now the pitching. Nola Wheeler doing that thing both over a strikeout and inning, 5 and 3 combined record. And yeah, that's why we're under 500. Velasquez with the stealthy good first month though. Always interested in guys who get rocked but strike out a lot of people. My bullpen, I seem to have 3 dudes I can count on, and one of them is not Roberson. 7 ERA? Looking at the pitching, are you surprised the Braves are 5 games up on me? This man Acuna has 13 home runs in 33 games. That's on pace for something like 50, maybe even 60. He even got 8 steals. Nationals are struggling. Brewers are 23 and 8, batting 291 as a team. That's not gonna stay. Why is this dude Narvaez putting up numbers like this? 460 on base? Reds 19 and 11, nice. Dodgers 25 and 5 with a 274 team ERA. Not one player, it's the whole team. Down in the minor league, Spencer Howard is beasting. That's good. 1.05 whip. It's nice, nice. Medina's getting smashed. Romero, okay. Send him to the draft, and the Phillies are 28 and 30, and that's with Andrew McCutchen putting up stats like this: 23 doubles, 6 triples, and 11 home runs in 1/3 of the season. I better not waste this. Honestly, it might not even matter. Braves are running away with it, 11 games up, and the season just started. Brewers, Cubs, and Reds got a little battle going. Brewers are solely winning with their offense, and the Dodgers are dominating with their pitching to a 46 and 12 record. The AL East are out here struggling, and the Angels are starting to break free from the pack. Alright, so draft time. The studs of the draft appear to be right-handed first baseman Adele Coppola, great contact hitter with some pop, and can work a walk, average fielder. Maybe a future Joe Mauer here with Emilio Gonzalez, great contact hitter. Third baseman Larry Fryman, who has some power to be developed, and can throw a little bit of potential gold glove out there maybe. The top pitchers suck. Jimmy Angle only a 92 fastball, and DeJesus also doesn't throw hard, but is going to prevent hits and strike out some folks. Draft is deep with closing prospects with Parra, Cordero, Pena, Doyle, and Snow. 19-year-old right-handed first baseman Eloy Reyes is the interesting one. He has no power, but he is still a first baseman. You need power. Which is a concern in Mark Baker with some pop and some wheels on the base pass as an outfielder. I like. Now the Tigers made Coppola the #1 overall pick, and the Joe Mauer knockoff catcher went second. The Angels snagged the third baseman I was looking at 10. That's a good one. With my first, I was deciding between Pratt, Reyes, and Estrella, and I went with Alberto. I need pitching bad in the system. Overall, I ended up taking 4 pitchers out of my 5 picks, and Estrella kind of sucks. I'm sorry. The guy I was thinking of taking over him, I got a few rounds later, and he was better, so that's a small win. But my best draft pick was a hitter, so whatever. At the All-Star break, Andrew McCutchen is still beasting and will be the NL starter in left field. Bryce Harper went into the break ice cold. Nola could have been stronger, but at least he's not getting whacked. Got us to 500 going into the break by beating the Nationals. Dominguez made the All-Star team. Suarez has 24 home runs already. Acuna has slowed down a bit. He only has 19 home runs after having 13 in 33 games. Velasquez started to suck, so I kicked him down to AAA, and Howard gets the 5th starter role for now. And Dominguez is now the closer. It'll probably ruin him, but he's way better than there, so it's worth a shot. Miguel Sano has 36 home runs at the All-Star break, more than he's hit in any season like ever. Yet Alvarez went home with the Home Run Derby trophy. At the start of August, the Phillies are locked into the second wild card with a 500 record and 7.5 games behind the Braves. But we have a huge issue, my pitchers. Acting like we play at Camden Yards, they keep giving up home runs like candy. Eflin 2 per 9, and Arrieta is right behind him. Even my former closer's third. Eflin has a 4.29 ERA but gives up 2 home runs per 9, so when he gives up a run, it's more than likely a home run, so I'll slide my rookie back into the starting lineup and make him the long reliever to see if that helps. So we got a big series with the Braves middle of August. Phil's about 9 to 10 games back. Ah crap, was that his starting? And the Phils actually beat them in game 1 in a blowout. My now worst starter in the rotation got game 2. I'm really gonna have my 3 worst pitchers ball in this series, really? And not surprisingly, the Braves beat us down. And Spencer, crap, we lost that too. So the division we can kiss goodbye. Now things went completely sideways. Phillies are in 4th. The Mets and Nats both jumped us. Aaron Nola's 10th in the NL ERA, and Arrieta has given up the most home runs in the NL. So some last-ditch effort changes had to be made. Roman Quinn called up to add a spark to this lineup as the leadoff hitter. The Brewers are 7.5 games up on the Cubs. Oh, their pitching got a little bit better, but of course they're led by their offense where everybody seems to be a great hitter. The Dodgers have destroyed the NL West. It's one part the Dodgers are loaded, but let's be real, the West sucks. Dodgers are 48-31 outside the West, so that's still good, but not what they're doing here. And the Cubs and Padres are leading the wild card with the NL East game right behind them. I still have a chance. Let's see. Check the Angels, though. They're up 6 games in a tough division with Rendon hitting .350 and 45 home runs. Now, the final day of the season, the Phillies went into even more of a tailspin. Atlanta really didn't do nothing all season except for Kutch, who's 100 years old, and Bryce. Quinn actually did some stuff, man. I'm not going to lie. Stupid I bring him up so late. But Kutch is never going to forgive me for wasting these numbers. And Wheeler put up solid number 3 starter numbers as my 2. So we finished 78-84. The Nationals surged back to take a wild card spot, and the Braves really never had any competition for the East. Eflin actually turned into a decent long reliever. I don't know how he still hit 200 innings out of the pen, but a 3.38 ERA, that's great. He figured out his home run problem. The Cubs and Brewers come out the Central, with the Cubs being the home of the MVP, Chris Bryant. And the Brewers and their offensive powerhouse lineup won the division. Everybody in the West except the Dodgers sucked. The Red Sox tried to come back late and recapture the division, but the Rays denied them and they lost by 2 games. The Indians won 104, and the AL West was wild. 2 teams got the wild card spots, with the A's stealing the second one from the Rangers, but not really having any standout seasons by anybody. Chapman hit .218. And the Angels own the division with the 2 best hitting combo in forever and terrible pitching outside of one guy, which is why they only won 100. Trout and Rendon both hit over .350 and hit 50 home runs, and Rendon snagged the MVP. And everybody preseason favorite Heaney got the Cy Young Award. So it's set: Oakland, Houston, Washington, and Chicago. And the Cubs and Athletics move on, and we got the Rays, Angels, A's, and Indians. Braves, Brewers, and Cubs versus Dodgers. So we got 2 sweeps as the Angels and Brewers move on, but also 2 Game 5s, Cubs, Dodgers, and the Oakland A's and Cleveland Indians. The MVP versus the best pitching staff in the league. Jansen, reliever of the year, 2.8 ERAs, dealing with runners on 1st and 3rd in the 9th.
Now the 1-2 pitch on the ground to the right side. And this is a base hit as they've come back to tie it here in the top of the ninth.
And he choked. Yeah, Cody Bellinger had a chance to end it.
Man. Back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Happ brings it in. And their dream season continues. They walk off a winner.
And the Dodgers move on. The Oakland A's forced the Game 5. But sadly, this is where heroes are made, and they were no match for 18-game winner Shane Bieber.
Around 35,000 strong on their feet. He struck him out, and that'll do it as they've won this series, so they'll move on.
Now we got the Angels versus the Indians and the Dodgers versus the Brewers. Can Milwaukee's offense top the Dodgers pitching? Oh, I guess not. They 1-5. But check out the Angels. They're 7-0. And for our World Series matchup, we got a battle of LA, Dodgers versus Angels. Angels have one starter below a 3.5 ERA this season. This should be interesting. So after 5 games, the Angels are somehow up 3-2. Let's find out if the Dodgers can tie the series. Buehler versus Heaney. Let's get it. Bottom of the ninth, the Dodgers' hopes are all on a 218 hitter versus one of the best closers in the game. Oh my goodness.
The Dodgers down to their final strike. Struck him out, and it's over. They are World Series champions.
And yeah, who didn't think that would happen? Angels win!
The series clinching victory. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new World Champs.
The Angels lineup up and down was just too much. Brian Goodwin hit 27 home runs, Upton had 28. Ohtani hit over 300. They were loaded behind Trout and Rendon. It was their pitching that held them back, as Heaney was really their only starter until the postseason, where a few others stepped up. So with that, that concludes year 1 of my Philadelphia Phillies rebuild. And if you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so you don't miss as I tackle the offseason and start and finish year 2. We got some work to do to compete with these boys. And hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss any MLB The Show content we put out. Alright people, I'm Chris of Sports Gamers Online. Thank y'all for watching, and be good y'all.